Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Kila Chari Torah Halacha Minute for Monday, February 1st. Yesterday we started talking about Machzis HaShekel. We have a custom to give a half shekel donation. We're actually in the middle of learning this. I think we touched on this briefly. We're stuck in the middle of Tractate Shkalim, which deals with the half shekel contribution that was expected from worldwide Jewry in temple times. And the funds gathered were brought to Jerusalem and used to put in a community fund to purchase sacrifices, offerings for the temple. So all Jewish people around the world would have a share in purchasing those because they're offered on our behalf. So we might as well be contributing to them. Now, who's supposed to give the half shekel nowadays? Some say that only adult males from 20 years of age, because from 20 and up was the age of military service. So under that age, you don't have to give half shekel, Iker Hadin, from the strict point of view of the law. And since this is a positive time-bound mitzvah, it says that women are also not obligated in this. However, in our days, it's become the custom for people to give machzis shekel for the adult members of the household. In other words, husband and wife and husband, or just husband or just wife, whoever's in the house. If the head of the house is a woman, she could give to give on behalf of sons who are under bar mitzvah, and to give on behalf of daughters who are under the age of bas mitzvah, under 12 years old. So, obviously, the more tzedakah, this is all going to tzedakah anyway, the more tzedakah you give on other people's behalf, it can't possibly hurt, right? It's a good thing. The one thing to remember is once you start giving the half shekel on behalf of younger children, you shouldn't stop, because this is also the way of keeping a Jewish census. So we have to keep the numbers consistent. So if you give 1 year, you should give the next year and all subsequent years also. Okay, so this is the basis, the background for giving the half shekel. Now, how is it actually done? The mitzvah of Machzis shekel, we're reading in this little art scroll halach handbook here. Rabbi Yitzchak Rosedale is the compiler here with extensive footnotes, very, very useful footnotes. You can find this in the bookstores if you want to follow along on your own. It's $8.99 when I bought it in Israel Source a couple years ago, so good bargain. A lot of information here in the footnotes. The mitzvah of Machzis shekel is performed by using 3 coins, each with a value of half the primary currency of the country in which the mitzvah is being performed. For example, a half shekel in the land of Israel, or a $50 in the United States or Canada. He doesn't say Canada here. I'm adding that in for us. So let's pause there for 1 second. If you happen to have $50 from Canada, you're in good shape. If you have a half shekel, if you have a $50 from the U.S., or a half a ruble, or a half a franc, what else could it be? All kinds of other halves. So they do say that it's preferable to use the legal tender in the country where you're doing the mitzvah. So if you're in Canada, good to use a $50 from Canada. Now, those are not in wide circulation. I was going to say go to the bank, but the bank's probably not too happy about people coming in who don't definitely need to be there. So let me suggest a couple of things. I have a couple of suggestions. First of all, what we do every year is we have purchased, the shul owns some silver $50 way back from with, I think, Queen Victoria or King Edward VII, I guess, on the front. So they're silver, and it says on them $50 Canada. So they are legal tender in Canada, and they do say $50 on them. So we have 3 of those in a little case. If you've been here on Purim or Erev Purim, Tainus Esther, you know what we're talking about. What you do is put some money in the bowl where those are, with intention to purchase those 3 silver $50. They're yours. You've purchased them. Hopefully nobody walks out of the shul. Hasn't happened yet, thankfully. And then you donate those 3 half shekels. There's 3 times in the Parshas Truma where it mentions giving a shekel, so we do 3 times. We give 3 half shekels there. It mentions in Ramah. Mentioned other halach sources that you should use 3 of those coins, and then you donate them. So now you've given tzedakah, you've purchased these coins, and you've donated 3 silver $50. That's the nice way to do it. Very choice way to do it. If you have your own $50, you can just pop those in a pushka and say, I'm giving these as my half shekel donation for Machzis shekel. By the way, the time to do this is usually Erev Purim on Tainus Esther at Mincha time. If you didn't do it, you can do it a day before. You can do it on Purim itself. There's no problem. So they do emphasize using the primary currency of the country in which the mitzvah is being done. Try to, if it's at all possible, to use a Canadian $50. You'd think it'd be the good thing to use an Israeli half shekel, but we're not in Israel yet. We'll get there, but we're not there yet. So better to use what they use here. Now, he says most shuls have these coins available for purchase, which in fact is our case. One should pay for the coins, lift them up with the intention of acquiring them, that's what I just said, and then put them back down with the intention of donating them to tzedakah. The next person can then purchase these same coins and perform the same procedure. Okay, that's best practice. Hopefully, by Purim time, we'll be back in shul. Everything will be fine. Maybe we'll put them in some kind of extra plastic case that we'll be able to wipe it off or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. In case that's not possible, tune in tomorrow. I'll tell you what to do if you can't make it to shul or if we're not allowed to join again for a minyan. We'll talk about giving the half shekel. Have a good day. Please tune in for tomorrow's. Bye.